welcome to the Earn Your Happy podcast. I'm Lori Harder, founder of the Bliss Project, 3-time fitness world champion, fitness expert, and cover model turned self-love junkie, lifestyle entrepreneur, and author. Each week, I'll bring you a guest or a thought that will help you bust through your fears, connect to your soul, and get focused and clear so you can elevate your life, business, and relationships. We don't wait until we're ready for someone to tell us we're good enough. We take what we want and we anoint ourselves. Get ready to earn, own, and unapologetically rock your happiness every single day. Are you with me? Here we go. Welcome back to the Earn Your Happy podcast, and it is time for another quickie because there is always time to fit in inspiration. So this quickie is brought to you by my Bliss Habit e-course. This is my 12-week e-course that you can do at your own pace. It is at thebLissHabit.com, and this is a place where you can join your tribe. So if you are looking for support, if you are looking for the place where you can really talk about all of the things that are coming up on this journey, if you are ready to bust those blocks and really face your fears and work through them, this is your program. So it is a 12-week e-course that you do at your own pace. And it's truly everything that I believe is fundamental in starting to grow, in starting to really figure out what it takes on that journey and to move forward. So every single week you are working with a different lesson. You have a PDF with all of the different ideas and stories and lessons in it with some homework that you do each week. You have over 7 hours of video throughout the 12 weeks, along with a weekly meditation, access to the group, and this is going to rock your world. So if you guys are ready, go to thebLissHabit.com. And today I want to chat with you about the journey. So just a tailspin off of the e-course, it's really the journey. I want you to understand what the journey actually looks like. And when I say journey, it means anything that you are looking to do. So if inspiration has visited you and you have a big idea and you feel like you're ready to fulfill that idea, or you feel like you're not ready to fulfill that idea, I want to chat with you today about that and what it really looks like, because I think half of the battle of why people are not accomplishing goals and they're not going to the places that they want to go to is because they don't actually have a realistic idea of what this journey of reaching goals and pushing past the tough stuff looks like. So I want to talk to you about that today so that we can all make sure that we collectively are bonding together and understanding that if we want to go on this ride, if you are the person who puts their hand up and says yes to the idea, yes to a fuller life, yes to inspiration, yes to stepping into your full potential, that you just got on the roller coaster of your life. And maybe you're the person who loves the big drop or loves the top of that roller coaster, loves the fun part of the ride, but you can't get there without climbing up. You cannot get there without going through the tough stuff. You can't enjoy the ride without first taking that journey to a place that you have never been before, right? You can't have that new experience without also having a little bit of that new pain. And when I say a little bit, sometimes it's a lot of it. So I want you to look at everything that you've done in your life and really reflect on what it's taken to get there. And a lot of times, most times, I've gotten to talk to a lot of really incredibly brilliant people, and I'll tell you that nothing good has come without something really tough or painful. So the problem is that we view, and I know I've talked to you guys about this before on these quickies, our relationship with pain, our relationship with struggle, our relationship with fear, and we view it as this painful thing that we try to avoid. But if we try to avoid it, we're never actually getting to the ultimate place and the ultimate person that we are, because you have to go through in order to get to the other side. So when inspiration comes to visit you, you're excited and you have this amazing idea, and I want to start this business, or I want to do this network marketing company, or I want to do this thing online, or maybe I just want to confront some people in my life because I can't live this way anymore. I can't keep showing up. I can't keep taking care of them. I can't keep putting myself last. Well, you're going to have to go through the tough stuff first to get to the good stuff. But I promise you, the good stuff outweighs the tough stuff it's exponential. It doesn't even exist to tell you how much better it is, because it is that mind-blowing. When you talk to a happy person, it's like we can't even explain how this real happiness really feels, because there are no words for it. And you have to go through the pain in order to get there. So on that journey, when inspiration visits, you say, yes, oh my gosh, yes, this is amazing. I'm so excited. And then when it comes to the monotony and the mundane, or the tough stuff, or the confronting, or the meeting new people, or hiring that coach, or stepping into that room with all those people who make you nervous, we flee, right? We run. We're like, no, this is awful. I'm not good enough. I must not be able to handle this because this is making me want to throw up, or I have anxiety, or this is giving me panic attacks. Exactly. In fact, the more scared you are, the more it's for you. So when you get that feeling, it's not because you're supposed to run. It is because God or source or whatever you believe in is telling you, yes, confirmation, this is for you. You guys, I just finished a TED Talk this last Saturday. And let me tell you, I was so sick nervous that there was a point during the day that I was like, is this worth it? Because I was so uncomfortable. I did not know if I was going to make it through. I literally just said, okay, you're praying again and again and again and again. And I was like, God, I'm not feeling better. Please make me feel better. I just want to feel calm. I want to have fun. I want to enjoy this. And I had a few moments of just complete knowing that I can't imagine life without this. So I talk about this a lot too. What I want you to do next time you are doubting yourself, next time the monotony sets in, next time, I'm writing a book right now. So it's like when my back hits the chair to go sit down and write, because I'm now about a month out from a deadline. I don't feel like writing, you guys. That goes away. You have to remember the initial inspiration. You have to remember the reason why. You have to remember what your life would be like without this. So that's what you have to picture. I will say, I just had a conversation and I asked some people who are really successful at a table, dinner we were at. I said, would you say that what has kept you on your journey is the fact that you have been able to really visualize your life 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, and if you wouldn't be able to do this thing? Because we were talking about how tough the journey can actually be and how much you want to throw in the towel and how it would be easier to just quit or not deal with the things that come with all of this good stuff. And everyone at the table said, yeah, I have the capability to look into the future and see what my future would be like if I didn't do this thing, or if I kept on doing this bad habit and what that would look like. So I'm telling you guys, like, my pain is a great relationship, because I look 5 years down the road and say, what if I didn't write this book? I'm going to feel so empty and so lost because I know this message is supposed to come through. So, and remember, messages visit all the time, just like Elizabeth Gilbert says in Big Magic. You might have inspiration visit you. You might have had it visit you in the past and say, that was my idea. That was my $1 million idea or my breakthrough idea, and I lost it, or someone else did it. That is coming from a place of lack. And what happens when we come from a place of lack and need, or thinking that you missed your opportunity or someone else stole it from you, you're not going to get visited by inspiration again, or an idea, or have the motivation to move forward until you let that go, until you believe that there is enough for everyone and that we collectively are all tapping into the same source, and you're going to get another idea and it's going to be better, and have faith that it's better than the first one. So what happens though next time it comes for you is that you have to say yes and you have to start moving, because I do believe that ideas have an expiration date. I've seen it in my life. I've had so many ideas that then have come out later by somebody else, and I have to let that idea go and know that it was meant for someone else and it wasn't my time, and I didn't get the lessons yet and I didn't do the work for it, and then I'm going to be gifted another idea. And I always am. But you have to tune in. You have to pray. You have to meditate. You have to read. You have to do the work, and you have to sit in the pain and the frustration and the mundane. And that's the beauty, you guys. Those times when it just feels painful and stressful and fearful, that's when you're using your muscle, not when you're out going down that ride with your hands up in the air, you're cruising along. We're not using muscle at that point. We're not growing. We're not tearing that muscle fiber down so that we can repair and come back quicker and wiser and smarter. You have to look at that pain and the mundane and the monotony and say, this is it. This is where the good stuff is happening and where I'm going to come out blossoming, strong, powerful on the other side. You have to believe it. So these are my words to you, is that the more you can give it up to God, the more you can just face that fear, the more that you can know that you are growing and go through it and sit in the pain and say, this has a purpose or a message. And I don't have to sit and look at this as why me? You can say, okay, I'm getting stronger. How can I get through this? What is something that I could do to move through this? You don't want to make that your home base. You want to acknowledge it. You want to understand that it's gifting you something. And you want to ask yourself the questions, how could I get through this? Who has already been here? Let me ask them about their journey. What would help me right now? Being around a tribe, asking questions, making sure that I'm doing soul-filling things, that I'm not isolating myself. That's one of the worst things you can do while you're moving through this fear or through this pain. Talk to people. We've all been there before. We want to hold your hand. We want to tell you it's normal. We want to tell you, just like in the book, Big Magic, right? That you have to eat that shit sandwich to get to the other side. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, even if it's your dream career, it's going to get monotonous, right? So you guys, I am here to tell you it's all good. Equanimity. I love this word. It is being just as good with the crap as you are with the highs. And this is when you understand that it's all meant for the ultimate good. It's all the same, right? It's all the same. And looking at it as not resisting anything. How can you just let go and go with the flow? Be in the wave, ride the wave. Don't push up against it, right? So today, whatever you're going through, I want you to know my thoughts are with you, and you're not going through it alone. Everybody is sitting in it with you. And if we can just create a beautiful relationship with this and know that this is where you work out, this is gym time, right? This is where you are building that strength. So be proud of yourself. Be so proud of yourself for choosing a different thought than what you had before, because those thoughts you had before are the ones keeping you stuck. So whenever you notice that you've chosen something different than you did before, this is when you look at yourself and say, wow, I am so supported. I am powerful. I can do this. I am meant for this. You were born for this. That's why you're on this planet. The odds of you being on this planet are next to none. So look at yourself. Thank yourself. You are tapped into something so much bigger, and you are meant for so much more. You are and have the ability to change someone's life today. So use that. You guys, thank you so much for being here. You mean everything to me. I completely started this podcast so that I could chat with you every single day, or be in your ears, because podcasts have changed my life, and I've had amazing mentors. And I hope that this is making you take that next step, because this one life is all we have in this body. And you want to make it the best possible experience that you can for yourself and for other people. That's why you're here. So have the best day. As always, at Lori Harder on Instagram, or find me on Facebook, or go ahead and email me. I love hearing your ideas, and I also love hearing what you think of the podcast, what you took away. So you guys, until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me on the Earn Your Happy podcast. I am so glad that you stopped by. If you could take 1 second to share this episode with someone you think would love it, that would be absolutely amazing, and we would be forever grateful. Also, please leave us a review if you feel so moved by going to iTunes and leaving us an honest thought, an honest comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to hear more of. It would really help us out on our journey to helping thousands and thousands of people. Until then, don't forget to earn your happy. Thanks again, guys. Bye-bye. Hey, I know if you're listening to this podcast that you have big dreams and big goals. And one of the things that can really stop you is struggling with your marketing. Trust me, I have been there. Are you using 10 different systems just to build your online business? Then I want you to try Kajabi. Kajabi helps you build your web pages, set up funnels, and sell your courses, content, coaching, or communities. You've been hearing me talk a lot about funnels on this podcast and the importance of your email list. You can get a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. I've talked about Kajabi before, but here's something that's super cool and new. They just rolled out an AI assistant for creating your online course curriculum. And this means you just type in a topic that you want to create on a course or webinar and bam, it just generates a sample outline for you. It takes a ton of the hard work away. Of course, you're going to customize it to be your own, but this really helps you get over the struggle of how in the world to start, which is where most people stop. If you're like me, starting is always the hardest part, and that's what makes Kajabi so popular. They've made it easier for creators to build web pages, build courses, build coaching programs, build membership sites, build checkout pages, and build email funnels. So if you're struggling with any of those, you got to go check it out. Go to kajabi.com. Kajabi was really the first all-in-one system and is trusted by over 100,000 creators. I think that's good enough for me. Also as influencers and marketers who use this. And now their smart AI platform makes it easy to take what you know and turn it into an online course and business. Go start building with a free trial at kajabi.com. That's Kajabi.com. Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys make sure that you go subscribe to the show Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so
You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.